Question: where is the All Lives Matter crew when you need them? This is exactly why I said from the beginning, all of this Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter crap is just people's way of thumbing their nose at people who use the hashtag Black Lives Matter. I mean, obviously, because I don't see these people running around social media throwing a hissy fit about this. So Mashable.com posted a story titled "Gunman Randomly Shoots, Kills 6 in Kalamazoo, Michigan." I'm going to read to you the story. Brittany Levine Beckman wrote this story. She wrote, and I quote, "Michigan State Police have identified the victims in the Cracker Barrel shooting, in which the occupants of 2 cars were targeted. In one car, the sole occupant, Mary Lou Nye, 62, of Borado, Michigan, was killed. In the other, Battle Creek, Michigan residents Mary Jo Nye, 60, Dorothy Brown, 74, and Barbara Hawthorne, 68, were also killed. The as yet unidentified 14-year-old survivor of the shooting, who is in critical condition at Kalamazoo's Bronson Hospital, was also in the second car. The gunman killed at least 6 people and injured 3 others in a series of apparently random shootings in Kalamazoo, Michigan on Saturday night, according to authorities. Quote, "There is no connection between any of them. This all appears to be random." Kalamazoo County Under Chief Paul, I hope I don't mess up this name, Paul Matjes told NBC News, quote, "This is the worst case scenario that any community can have." Officials said Sunday morning they had apprehended Jason Brian Dalton, 45, of Kalamazoo County. Kalamazoo County prosecutor Jeff Getting says Dalton likely will face multiple counts of first-degree murder and attempted murder when he is arraigned on Monday. Now, as you see, this is his mugshot that's on your screen, Mr. Jason Brian Dalton, 45, of Kalamazoo County. Anyway, the story goes on to say, local authorities in Kalamazoo expressed confidence in the arrest of Dalton, citing as yet unidentified evidence and noting that a semi-automatic handgun had been recovered from his car. Quote, "We are very confident that we have the right person in custody," Kalamazoo County Prosecutor Jeffrey Getting said during a Sunday morning press conference. Quote, "We have significant evidence to tie him to these incidents. At present, the shooter's motive remains unknown. That's one of the things we're looking hard to establish," Getting added. The Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety noted that Dalton, who has, quote, "no known criminal record," was, quote, "even-tempered and," quote, "cooperative upon his arrest. Police used video from the businesses connected to the shooting to locate the suspect's vehicle. Norberto Zarut, who witnessed the police activity around Dalton's arrest in the early morning hours of February 21st, shared a brief account of what he saw with the Kalamazoo Gazette. Quote, "We just happened to see all the cop cars pull up. I pulled over and I asked the cop, quote, 'Did you guys catch him?' And he said, quote, 'Yes.' Zarut didn't see the actual arrest, however, quote, 'I didn't want to be that close,' he said. With the suspect in custody, quote, 'There is no danger or threat to the community,' police said. Matjes said the shooting started around 6 p.m. local time at an apartment complex and continued 4 hours later at a Kia dealership and a Cracker Barrel restaurant. And Ellen Baca tweeted out, "Shots fired at a 4th location. No word on if it is connected to previous shootings. Location OP Ave." So here's the deal. So this dude went around just shooting up all of these people, killed 6 people, injured 3. They didn't say what the injuries were, like whether or not a person got into a car accident related to the shooting or whether or not a person was shot but not fatally wounded, etc. They didn't mention that in this particular article. And I mean, his shooting sprees went on for like 4 freaking hours. And it makes me wonder whether or not this was a priority to the police, that this guy would, be able to just go around just shooting like that. I mean, it didn't happen in Los Angeles where they have the helicopters and whatnot, but then again, maybe the news crew have, a helicopter, and if so, I'm pretty sure that the police could very easily just say, hey, give us the damn helicopter, or whatever. We need to hop up in there with you. Turn that bright light on and start looking for this guy. And I'm wondering, like, why would they have any trouble with describing his car? Like, why would they have to look at any video footage? I mean, didn't people hear the shots and inquire? I mean, did anybody even try to get his license plate? I mean, you can't tell me that people did not hear all of those shots. I mean, he went on a shooting spree. You can't tell me that nobody knew anything while all of this was happening. But one of the things that really disturbs me about this story is that they said the Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety noted that, the Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety, so this is not just a random person saying this. They said he has no known criminal record, was even-tempered and cooperative upon his arrest. Why does that matter? I mean, he just killed 6 people and injured 3 others. Are they trying to paint him as a good guy? Is that why they're talking about how even-tempered he was and whatnot? Am I supposed to feel sorry for him now? I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, I saw his mugshot and I said, ooh, that's a mean, evil, scary looking motherfucker right there. I just knew as soon as I saw him, I'm like, ooh, this guy looks dangerous. But anyways, the worst part of it all for me is that the fact that these all lives matter clowns, these black people, white people, Asians, Hispanics, Native American, all of you people who run around screaming out all lives matter, where are you now? Why are you not talking about how all lives matter and talking about this particular story? Here we have a domestic terrorist going around and just shooting random people. Also, why is he not described by the news media as being a domestic terrorist? For example, I posted 2 news articles on my blog. The one that I read to you from Mashable, and the other one is from dailymail.co.uk. And on the Daily Mail website, they said, for example, pictured victims of the married Uber driver 45 who killed 6 people during random shooting spree between fairs in Michigan. So he was basically picking people up, driving people around and shooting them. And that story is long as hell, and I don't have time to get into that particular story right there. But if you want to see pictures of the victims, you want to see more pictures of the man who did the shooting and everything, if you want to see all that, you want a longer story and a news video and all of that, just visit my blog at the link below. Ask me for the link and I'll hook you up in the comment section. But basically, he was an Uber driver, allegedly between fairs. And the title of the story didn't refer to him as being a thug, which he was, or a domestic terrorist or anything like that. He was just, a married Uber driver who killed 6 people during random shooting spree between fairs in Michigan. According to the Daily Mail and according to Mashable, they just called him a gunman. Gunman randomly shoots, kills 6 in Kalamazoo, Michigan. No thug, no terrorist, none of that stuff. None of that colorful language. But I guess it's colorful language if your skin is brown or even brownish. Just had to point that out. But he has the complexion for protection. You know what? I bet he was mentally unstable. And he was also a lone wolf. Get ready for this guy to be called crazy and somebody who was operating by himself. Get prepared for the bullshit. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine. Hey everybody, all lives matter. Where you at, all lives matter? I want to hear you say it. All lives matter.